Paddington, London's Great Western Railway terminus. Nearly 40 million passengers are transported in and out of its platforms every year. And it runs over 2,000 trains a day to 198 stations along a 900-mile route. It's the tail end of the morning's rush hour, and London-bound commuter trains are still making their way towards Paddington.
Control in Paddington. Hello.
Up in the control room, Station Control Assistant Richard Douglas is receiving news of a major incident in the commuter belt just outside London.
Not at the moment, no.
He's ordering all drivers preparing to take trains out of Paddington to stand down.
If you have any drivers or crew that are looking for sets, send them back to their common mess rooms or get them to contact their resources and they'll instruct them what to do. So we've had our first fatality at 5 to 9.
A woman has jumped in front of an intercity train 18 miles away in Slough.
We've literally just put a stop on all services departing from Paddington with the exception of Heathrow services because they go in via the airport, so they go through Stockley flyover, so they're not affected. Yeah, it's not good.
But it's not only the train service Richard is concerned about.
You know, your thoughts and minds do go to the guys that are down at Slough because, you know, frankly, I wouldn't want to deal with that.
At Slough, the emergency services are already on site.
Hello there, yes, I'm afraid it is at the moment. We'll be closed for another couple of hours.
Station manager Alison Hanscom and her staff have to remain on standby.
Receive, thank you.
Until the station can be reopened.
How are we doing?
The next train is not scheduled.
It must be frozen. It is, isn't it? And I have to say, since, well, from this morning to where we are now, I'm sure it's dropped. There was a fatality earlier at the station. Someone went in front of a train. So it's obviously as a result, we've been closed since that happened. So we evacuate the station, the emergency services, and everyone comes along to deal with it.
At route control, incident controller Richard Woolford is coordinating the operation.
It is, yes.
It's a tragedy for everyone on the railway, but now he needs to get the station up and running as soon as possible.
All right, thank you, bye. But at the moment, there's no estimate for the line to reopen, and it looks like it could be a long job. Just the driver wanted to know what's happening with him.
Although all frontline rail staff are trained to deal with fatalities,
It is, yes.
Richard knows it's usually the train driver who feels any effects the most.
The driver will be very badly shook up, and there is staff en route to assist him. It's something they take years to recover from. It must be an awful thing to be powerless and hit someone.
The incident happened on the down main line for trains heading west from London. And as almost every train going in and out of Paddington has to pass through Slough, this is going to have a major impact.
Base to all station radios, there is ticket acceptance in place for the following. So any passengers that want to get to Reading and beyond, they're probably best advised to travel out to Waterloo and use South West Railway services out to Reading. Stand by on that point. Actually, there's a bloody strike on, isn't there? There's industrial action on at Waterloo on their lines at the moment. So if we send everybody over to Waterloo, we're going to swamp them. So we are advising passengers to stay here. So a bit of a perfect storm, unfortunately.
Now, Control Assistant Richard has to break the unhappy news.
This is a special passenger announcement for all passengers travelling from London Paddington this morning. Owing to a person being struck by a train in the Slough area, currently services to and from London Paddington are severely disrupted. Some services will operate, but they are subject to delay, alteration and short notice cancellation. Thank you.
The railway has a 90-minute benchmark in which to get trains running from the start of an incident.
Well, it's looking unlikely.
However, this incident is complicated.
The police are treating this as potentially suspicious, so this might not be the 90-minute window. Quite what this suspicious means is unclear. We'll just have to manage the situation as best we can.
But Route Control Manager Martin Malin
Yes, David.
knows only too well why this incident is proving particularly challenging.
It won't be a quick job because of the nature of it. It'll be a forensic recovery, basically. Okay, no problem. Cheers. The person involved was expecting a child, and this, therefore, the police, following their procedure, had to treat it beyond what a normal suicide would be. Taking into account the baby involved.
Trains on the Great Western Network have come to a stop after a pregnant woman jumped in front of a train at Slough. The tragedy happened at the end of the busy rush hour.
So we have no trains.
And Paddington is at a virtual halt.
I don't know at the moment.
Some local services are still running, but with a police investigation going on at Slough, anyone who wants to go towards the West Country has to sit it out.
So there's no trains running at the moment? Nothing. You don't know how long they're going to be?
So hopefully it may not be much longer before we get
I've
something.
got a meeting at 11 in Reading.
It's someone that just jumped in front of the train.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
All right.
It does have a big impact, especially when there's no trains going. You see, sometimes there's a signal problem and you see trains still moving. There will be cancellation, but train will still, 1 or 2 trains will be moving. But when there's a major problem where nothing moving, then that's when it's really bad, because people cannot, do their journey at all.
I've got meetings in Reading today, and this morning I checked the app and it was fine. And I thought I'd allow myself plenty of time to get here. And it looks like it's been cancelled. So these things happen. I mean, what can I say?
It's over an hour since the fatality, and the initial police investigation at Slough is nearly complete. But staff now need to get the lines through the station open again.
So let me go and have a word with them, actually. Okay, so at the moment, because of the mess that's being left behind, we need to clear that away as quick as possible so that we can reopen the whole of the station and get normal running.
The clean-up operation will take time, so they have to come up with a plan to hide the incident from the travelling public.
Great, mate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Cheers, boss. Thank you.
Yeah, we're sticking that.
So they're talking about using a train now to screen a freight train to go onto the up relief, on the up main, to use that as a screen, to put that up there so passengers wouldn't be able to see the incident and the remains. So if they do that and they're allowed to do that, then potentially we could get the railway open.
But in route control,
DP Cargo Duty Manager is Richard Finnet-Ross from the Control Centre.
that plan is already falling through.
All right, thank you. Drivers refuse to do it. No, relief lines are not open, as far as I know. I just spoke to the Rio and...
We've not heard that from this end at all.
Fortunately, the Rail Incident Officer, or RIO, on site has come up with another plan.
All right, Jane, brilliant, thank you. As soon as you know any more, let us know. Thank you, bye. That was the Rio confirming we're going to use an empty train from platform 5 at Slough Station to shunt across. Hopefully we'll be able to reopen the relief lines in the next 20 minutes, perhaps half an hour. Small steps, but progress is being made at the moment, yes.
If Incident Controller Richard Wolford can open 2 relief lines, it will enable passengers to continue their journeys into and out of Paddington.
All right, that's good news. All right, thank you, bye. Bye. That's the Rio confirming that the up and down relief lines have been reopened for normal working for trains, but no trains will call at Slough at the moment.
With Paddington filling up by the minute, Control Assistant Richard Douglas can now begin to dispatch some trains.
Okay, here we go. Base to all station radios. Right, situation. We have opened the railway at Slough, so the relief lines are now open. The main through Slough is shut. We will not be calling at Slough until further notice. We are running 3 trains per hour HSTs.
Before we board them, can we confirm we've got crew?
Crew, we have got crew and everything's in place.
Copy that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the concourse, it is really busy now, really busy. So hopefully we'll get a few HSTs out of here. That's going to clear a lot of the platforms out. So.
After 2.5 hours, high-speed services are prepared for boarding.
Base to Bravo 20 gate line.
Receiving.
Yeah, good morning to you. Right, when we board these first 3 services, we're going to board them at the same time. Because it's quite busy out there, just to avoid a massive crush on the gates, can you get ready to pop the gates? And we'll put all the boards on at the same time.
No problem, everything's fine.
I'd say we'll still be looking at residual delays, probably right through till late this afternoon, I would have thought. Potentially could string into this evening. It just depends on, you're going to have a situation where you've got crew displacements and people in the wrong places, etc, etc. We are happy. We are happy that things are up and running. It's going to get really quite tasty for the next couple of hours.
The first intercity train to leave the station since the incident is ready to depart. But there's still major disruption to Paddington's timetable.
The issue that we're going to have is once these trains do leave Paddington, there's quite a few inbound high-speed services which either didn't leave or basically set off for the journeys and have either stopped and gone back or have terminated in other locations.
At Slough, the police have concluded their investigation.
Hi, Wayne. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. Cheers. Have we got more soap?
The soap.
Oh, the soap's down there, is it? Okie dokie. I might as well take 2. You're a star. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
The clean-up is almost complete, and local operations manager Matt Law gives the go-ahead for trains to stop at the station.
That's been communicated with Control. Control are aware that they can now stop trains at platform 5. 1 to all points, rail 1 to all points. Just to let you know that we can now let people into platform 5. That's platform 5 only. No one, as previously advised, no one allowed to go up the stairs on the old overbridge or the new overbridge. Thank you. I'm just going to check out the front of the station to see what staff we've got there so that they can direct them around the roadway.
The good news spreads across the network.
40 to all points, 40 to all points. We can now call at Slough Station on the up relief only. So that is the up stoppers can now continue to call at Slough as booked. So please rescind all the not to call orders. The fast pads, Oxford pads, please continue to do the not to calls until further notice. That's good news. We can actually start getting people to Slough now. So anyone who wants to go to Slough and to Windsor, we've now got some trains that can get them to their destination. So that's the first train that can call at Slough now, 14:48, yes.
And 10 minutes later, there's even better news from Slough.
The plan is we're going to hand back the station.
Right, so when are you handing back the station? Now, 1500.
I've said to the signal that they can stop on all platforms as well.
So, all lines,
all platforms.
Whole station. Yeah, can you speak to Control for me? Thank you, Siva. Rail 1 to all points, rail 1 to all points. Just to let you know, as of 1500, the station and all lines have now been reopened.
Yeah, rail 12, Kevin here, no problem. I've moved the cordon on platform 5, Oldford.
Receive, thank you.
All right, so we can have normal working. Brilliant. So you're standing down as Rio now, yeah? Brilliant. Thanks very much, Jane. Bye.
All lines are open, and it's a massive relief for Paddington.
Platform 3, Toronto. Thank you very much. Bristol Chamberlain.
At last, trains can get moving again.
Straight through, please. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's been a grueling day for everyone on the network. And now station manager Alison and local operations manager Matt have other things to deal with.
Well, it's only finished.
I've got to go to Twyford, so not until later this evening, but you're...
And you could say they're both married to the job.
Husband, yeah, don't forget to pick up our child. Thanks for today, and Jane especially. Cheers, Matt. See you later. Bye.
The incident at Slough is declared over. But moments later, another emergency call comes in at route control.
Rail emergency. 1549.
Wiltshire Police are informing incident controller Shay Doyle of a distress call they've just received.
Thank you. Martine. We've got a potential suicide female at Chippenham. She ended the conversation where when the next train comes through Chippenham, I'm jumping in front of it. Incident controller, Shay speaking. Well, last update we had, you had an officer on site. Have you had any reports from the officers that they've got this female or know where she is? Or... Okay, so not located so far, you're still searching for her. You will be aware that if our train reports nothing seen, we will go back to normal working. Okay. Thank you. And ask your officers not to go on the line without speaking to ourselves, yeah? Lovely. Thank you. Bye.
But within minutes, British Transport Police Inspector Paul Martin is getting another alert.
Wiltshire have requested direct. They've said they've got a suicidal person at Westbury. That's what we've got at the moment. It's come from Wiltshire direct to us.
Two potential suicidal people, yeah? Both reported by Wiltshire Police. Nothing suspicious, so...
10 minutes later, the emergency line rings again.
Oh, here we go. There might be an update now, Paul. Turns on the incident controller, Shay speaking. So we got no exact location, just Hayes and Harlington area. Okay, any description? Obviously your officers won't go on the line without speaking to our good selves. Okay, thank you very much. Bye now. We've had another report of a suicidal male at Hayes and Harlington, this time by Metropolitan Police. Yeah, the chap's phoned him up and said he's feeling suicidal. He's going to make his way to the railway and jump in front of a train. He lives in Hayes, so we have to assume that it's going to be the Hayes area. Third one on my shift, yeah.
There were 319 fatalities on the network last year.
Hi, Paulie.
The guy at Westbury is with local police in a position of safety, so there's no issues there.
Lovely. Thanks, Paul.
Thankfully, these three incidents all had positive outcomes. But after 26 years working for Network Rail, Shay knows he can take nothing for granted.
Unfortunately, we get these reports a lot of the time, so you have to take them seriously every time.
As one of the main transport hubs in London, Paddington Station welcomes all sorts of people from all walks of life, even the odd celebrity or two.
Tune in to me next year, I've got my new show coming out. Bye 24/7.
And if it isn't a reality TV star, it's a member of an 80s pop band.
How are we doing? You all right there?
Yeah,
all good?
Not so bad, not so
Where are we
bad.
trying to go to today? This is quite impressive. What's that, Bananarama?
Yeah, I've just been away with them actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, amazing. So if you'd like to follow me and then we'll...
Fantastic, thank you.
You never know who you're going to meet next. Hello, how are we all doing? All good?
But today, Paddington is expecting a celebrity who is a notch above the rest. A member of the Thai royal family. Paddington station manager Dean Haynes will be hosting the royal party until they board their train.
We got a call about 5 minutes ago saying they were just coming through Hyde Park.
And it's Dean's job to make it a brief but pleasant encounter.
From our point of view at GWR, it's going to be meet and greet, then a quick tour of the station, then all things being well on the 9:15 to Cardiff. So it's really important that we get this right.
A 25-strong entourage is expected, hence a minibus and several cars. And Dean has learnt the correct protocol. Because coming to the station is Princess Maha Chakri Sirindhorn, the sister of the King of Thailand. But today, she's rather dressed down.
Your Royal Highness, welcome to Great Western Railway at Paddington. Welcome to Paddington.
And it turns out she's a bit of a train enthusiast.
I like being in the train everywhere.
Yeah, you get to see a lot more as well, don't you, on the train? So this
As well as trains, the princess also loves shopping.
You have the famous Paddington Bear shop as well.
While the princess is occupied with all things bear, Dean keeps one of her entourage updated.
Yeah, we'll go for 8:50. If anything changes, just let us know and we'll take it from there. All right, OK. Do you want to go?
A whole first-class carriage has been allocated to the royal party.
It's one of the biggest entourages I've seen come through the station with VIP, I must admit.
And Dean has the logistics all worked out.
So far, so good at the moment. So we're hoping to board at about 8:50. So we'll put the princess on first to make sure she's all settled on the train, and then we'll advertise the train for boarding.
Out on the tracks.
What? From where? Where is it? What, on the station? Cheers, wait.
Mobile operations manager George Strether is dealing with a more humble but equally important part of the train service.
Control have asked us to remove a pigeon off the track, which sounds a bit ridiculous. However, it's causing distress to a couple of passengers because it's right on the in the platform area.
Normally, George's caseload is rather more serious.
We'll deal with incidents and emergencies, really anything that stops trains running. Some people call us the paramedics of the track. If we got, say, a points failure, we'll go in and stick a sticky plaster over it by putting a clip on the point so the signaller can run over it. Do you know, this is the first pigeon I've ever been called out to. Hello, are you all right? Come to get a dead pigeon for you.
George has been called to a busy commuter station just outside Paddington.
That's going to be harder to get than I thought. We'll have to do another form then. So this is the trouble with doing it on where the relief line is. Because it's such a busy bit of track, we need a block for about... We'll ask for 2 minutes, but it shouldn't be that long. And it's seeing when the signaller can fit us in for that time. Because he'll have to do it between trains. He's not going to slow a train or stop it for the sake of a pigeon. Hello, Hayes Signal. This is George, Hayes MOM, down at Hayes. I need to get a line block from you, sir, to retrieve a dead animal from the line at Hayes Station. 1516, understood, and the dam release now blocked under authority number Hotel 1514. Fantastic, thanks so much. Right, so we've blocked the line now, so there won't be any trains coming through. Ready?
With just a 2-minute slot between trains, George has to be swift.
Let's say it all looks in one piece, fortunately, so we'll just grab it with the lift pickers and dispose of it as quickly as possible. Hello, Hayes Signal. This is George, Hayes MOM, down at Hayes. The line is clear and safe for the passenger trains. Cheers, bye-bye. Bye.
How was that okay?
Paddington is dealing with something more blue blood. But the site coordinator is about to deliver bad news to station manager Dean.
You said not until the disruption's very serious.
Right.
There's one Alpha 71 coming in.
Yeah.
It's on its way. Don't know platform to go. There's a signal failure on the up main. Everything's running up relief, so everything's late.
Okay. All of that, what I mentioned about pre-boarding, hopefully get on board the train for about 8:50 has now changed, so there's a chance that the train's not going to be due in till after 9 o'clock now.
The problem is 30 miles away near Maidenhead, and Dean has to break news to the royal party that train commuters are all too familiar with.
Just to let you know, we've got some signalling problems at the moment, so we've got some delays. So the actual train, what we was going to put on, we've had to swap it to another train. So the train's not actually due in now until 9 o'clock.
Okay, how long are you going to take?
So it should take about 5 to 8 minutes to turn it round.
With such a large entourage, Dean needs to make sure everyone gets the message.
Yeah, so we've got some problems with the train service at the moment, so the train time has now changed.
I see.
So we'll keep you updated and so on. But
it's the same type of train, right?
Yeah, exactly the same.
All right.
Yeah, same train. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Out on the tracks, George is also being given the runaround.
Last night, we had a scrapyard that was burgled, and they used the railway as access to get into this scrapyard.
Trespassing on the railway can have devastating consequences, and George, accompanied by the British Transport Police, needs to put a stop to it. At the scrapyard,
yes, they took all the back of that out.
owner Tony talks them through how the thieves, lugging £10,000 worth of lorry batteries and stolen tools, made their escape.
There was a pile of cars down there, going over the bridge. And took it out that way. There was a container there. We've moved it now. Yeah. It was making it too easy.
Yeah.
He brought his own ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, that is taking the mickey.
Yeah.
The theft is serious, but what concerns George most is the route the thieves are using to make their getaway.
Really, they're extremely lucky that nothing came along while they were doing what they were doing. They carried a load of equipment along this line, but although it doesn't get used as frequently as the main line, it's still used quite a bit.
Even luckier, considering the track runs parallel to a tube line.
That is more dangerous in regard to this area because you've got third rail and fourth rail, which is basically a live rail that's got 750 volts going through it. So if you touch that, it's going to kill you.
And the thieves have a cheeky ruse so they can get back in again undetected, by somehow leaving the lock on the railway access gate intact when they leave.
Is that another new lock on it?
Yeah, that one is.
Because we got the old one previously. Looks like they've either had a key or they've been able to crowbar it off.
At Paddington, Dean is still anxiously waiting to get the Royal Thai entourage onto the Cardiff replacement train, which is due in within the next 8 minutes. With a few minutes to spare, the Princess can continue getting to know the station, including a certain bear.
By the time she went in the shop, I think we can safely say she's a fan.
It's 8:50.
So it's still not in the station yet then, no?
It appears Dean has another delay on his hands.
Plan B we've had has just gone out the window by the sounds of it. The train's still not arrived and we're still waiting for confirmation of what platform the 9:15 is going to be on. So fingers crossed, I should get a call within the next 5 minutes or so to say which platform it's going to be on.
Dean breaks bad news to yet another of the Princess's 25 aides.
So our train that we thought was going to be coming in earlier has now been late again. So we're expecting the train imminently. So as soon as we know which platform it's on, we'll let you guys know.
It's confirmed. The replacement service will be arriving at platform 2. But the news is bittersweet.
So we've just been told that the train's not going to be due into Paddington now, just before 9:15. So there's a lot of the team who are literally rushing around to that platform to make sure we turn it around as quickly as possible.
However, with departure hopefully minutes away, Dean now has a different challenge on his hands.
I mean, the party's decided to split up, so it's just a case of keeping on one, can't keep an eye on one, knowing that the others are in there, because I don't want them to really start going in different directions.
And it's the most important member of the party who's going walkabout.
The Princess is now walking down platform 1 at Paddington, and I could get a call any second now saying, right, we're ready to board, but what I don't really want to start doing is running around Paddington Station trying to find where the whole party's gone. So it seems the princess is just exercising at the moment, stretching her legs.
But moments later...
Any news, Paul?
Dean gets even more unwelcome news.
Right, cheers. So, just now appears the train stuck at a red signal now at Ladbroke Grove, so it's not good at all. Not good at all, so I'm not very happy at the moment. And I can only apologise for what's gone on at the moment. As soon as it comes in, we'll get you on your way. But we've got loads of people down there just waiting for it to come in, and then we'll clean it and we'll get you on your way. Right, okay.
Despite the aide's good humour, Dean is trying to hang on to his.
They've been absolutely fine, which is always good. I just want that train to go now. Just want it to go.
At least Dean can relax about the princess, who's now heading for the first-class lounge.
The train's literally outside the station, but I'll be a lot more happier when I see a train pulling on platform 2. Then I know that we can start to get it moving then.
But that isn't strictly true.
Our base to all Bravo radios involved with the VIP movement. Coming in now, platform 9, the set for the 9:15 to Cardiff. Coming in now, number 9 for the 9:15 to Cardiff.
Number 9. So as you can see now, it's changed again, and now we're being told it's platform number 9. Hello, Paul, it's Dean.
And at last, a longed-for vision suddenly appears before him.
Yeah, it's just coming in now. Thank you. So that's our first bit of good news this morning. So the train's literally just coming in on platform 9 now. It's 9:20. So approximately 9:30, we'll try and get it away by.
It's welcome news for the princess's entourage.
Yeah, that's our train on platform 9.
Platform 9, okay.
So 2 minutes, yeah, 2 minutes and I'll come and get you, and yeah.
And it's a huge relief for Dean. Or is it?
Now I've just been told we've got a problem with that train that's just come in. We've got another one just landed. I'm trying to see if we can do a set swap. I think if the railway can throw it at us today, the railway's doing its bit to try and give us some challenges.
The first-class carriage on the replacement train is closed due to a faulty door.
Yeah, but I need the nod from you guys quite quickly. I've asked for a set swap on number 8. All right. OK, cheers.
It's just not Dean's day.
If you can just wait here, give me a couple of minutes, because something else has happened now that we need to manage. OK. We should be in this position at the moment where we've got a problem with that train. Ideally, that issue should have been sorted out before that train got here. OK, just walking up and down.
But to Dean's horror, the entire royal entourage has decided to make its way towards the now unusable train.
I will let you know where we're going, OK? No, not at the moment. Can you stay with the party a minute?
Yes.
I need to find out what's going on. I don't want to mention Plan D at the moment because I think I've already started on A, B, C and D, so I need a set swap.
At the railway by the vehicle scrapyard, mobile operations managers George Strether and Simon Ronalds are installing an infrared camera. They're hoping to catch the thieves who are crossing the tracks at night to access the yard.
If you've done it once and you've got away with it, you're going to try it again.
Positioning the camera has to be spot on.
The camera's set on the van now at the access gate. So as they come up, in theory, the camera will keep on taking photos.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. Yeah, you all right?
Job well done.
Now it's a waiting game. At Paddington, there's been a last-minute train swap, and the 25-strong Thai royal party is now heading to the wrong train. Dean needs to head them off and quickly cuts across platforms 1 to 9.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
The replacement service to Cardiff has in its turn been replaced by another replacement. And Dean can now only hope that the train that's just come in on platform 8 opposite will be Cardiff bound.
So that was the original train. As you can see, the coach has been locked out on it, but this is the one we tried to swap it for, so I'm fingers crossed they've swapped it now.
And at last, the game of musical platforms is over. The Cardiff train is now ready to leave from platform 8. All Dean has to do now is get the princess on board as soon as possible.
There you go, enjoy your trip. Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting Paddington. Thank you very much, thank you. Thank you very much, enjoy your trip. Apologies for the delay. We're finally boarding now, so it'll be good to get the train on its way now, and then I'll be happy. Given a little gift, so I'll open that later when I'm a lot warmer over a cup of coffee.
Departure is imminent.
We need to go, Dorothy. We need to go. It's ready. Yeah, it's ready to go.
But just when Dean thought they were out of the woods.
If I'm honest, it is taking a little bit longer than I would like now. We should have been gone by now. Should have been gone.
Earlier signal problems are still causing delays in and out of the station.
Dorothy's keeping fit, so that's all good. So the wait goes on.
Then, a sound which is music to Dean's ears.
We got a signal.
It's a green light. And 42 minutes behind schedule, the princess is finally on her way to Cardiff.
She says she upped her step weight on her stepometer, and that's it. I'm happy now.
George is back at the scrapyard to review the camera footage that has been collected over the past week.
Hello, looking for Tony? From Network Rail. Hi, you all right?
And it turns out there's been a development. They've caught someone in the act.
Watch this fella here. On your gate. Just killing a bit of time. Because when she goes by.
In fact, there's a real good look around that padlock, doesn't it?
Yeah. He puts his hands
several times, yeah.
A man is trying to get back in through the railway access gate, the entry point into the scrapyard. The footage will be handed over to the police.
We'll speak to the BTP, because obviously if they're patrols around here, and we'll come up with a plan of trying to get them if they come back in. Yeah, but thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. All right.
Cheers.
See you later. Cheers.
It's the end of the line for the Thieves, and a good result for George, knowing that the railway is now a safer place.
It might be the fact that they've decided they've pushed their luck enough, so they're not going to come back anymore. Could be that they found somewhere else. Could be that they've been nicked for something else.
And as one case on the railway closes...
Hello, George Hayes out to Mum.
Another one begins.